My mother used to tell me stories before I fell asleep, not the kind other children heard. No heroes, no lessons, no happy endings. She spoke quietly, like the walls were listening. She told me I was special, different. She said I did not belong to the world outside our home, because you are my baby. That was her favorite phrase. She said it whenever I asked questions, whenever I cried, whenever I felt strange. When I was small, I believed her. Our house sat deep in the woods. No neighbors, no road signs. Trees pressed in from every direction, their branches tangled like fingers. At night, I heard things moving between them. Heavy footsteps, wet sounds, slow breathing. I asked my mother what lived out there. She smiled, brushed my hair back, and told me not to worry. They would never hurt me, because you are my baby. As I grew older, I began to notice the ways I was not like other children. I healed too quickly. Scratches vanished overnight. Bruises faded before they turned yellow. I never felt cold. Even when snow buried the house, even when the wind crept through the walls, food tasted different to me. Vegetables were dull. Bread felt dry and empty. Meat was comforting, warm, familiar in a way I could not explain. My mother watched me when I ate. Sometimes I caught her smiling. At school, the other children avoided me. They said my eyes reflected light wrong. They said my shadow moved when I stood still. I learned to sit alone, to listen instead of speak. One afternoon, a boy followed me home. He said I was lying about where I lived. He said no one could live in those woods. He pushed me. I do not remember pushing back. I remember the sound he made when he hit the ground. I remember standing over him, breathing too slowly. My mother never asked what happened. She washed my hands. She cleaned the blood beneath my nails. She hugged me tight, because you are my baby. The older I became, the louder the forest grew. Not in sound, in presence. The trees leaned closer. The ground felt softer beneath my feet. Sometimes I woke up with dirt under my fingernails. My mother started locking the doors at night. Not to keep things out, to keep me in. She began telling me stories while I was awake. Stories about promises, about bargains, about things that listened when humans asked for help. She told me she had been lonely, that she had wanted a child more than anything. She said the forest understood her pain. One night, she asked me to walk with her, just for a little while. She did not bring a flashlight. The trees opened as we passed, branches bending, roots sliding aside. I felt watched, not hunted, recognized. Shapes moved between the trunks, tall, still, waiting. My mother spoke to the forest like a parent calming a restless child. Then she told me the truth. I was not born. I was made. She said she asked for a baby, and the forest answered. The shapes stepped closer. They bowed their heads. My mother touched my face. Because you are my baby. I tried to leave after that night. I packed a bag. I waited until she slept. I walked until the trees thinned. I could see the road. Gray, straight, empty. But the air felt wrong, thin, sharp. Every step away from the forest felt heavier. My heart slowed. My thoughts blurred. I realized then that the woods were not my prison. They were my lungs. I could not breathe without them. I collapsed before I reached the pavement. When I woke, I was back home. My mother was sitting beside the bed. She looked relieved. She did not scold me. She only held my hand. Because you are my baby. I do not go to school anymore. The forest teaches me now. It shows me where to walk, where to rest, what belongs to me. Sometimes I hear cars in the distance. Sometimes I wonder what it would be like to disappear into the world beyond the trees. But when I step too close, the ground tightens beneath my feet. The woods do not pull me back. They do not need to. I understand. My mother watches from the porch. The forest breathes. and I finally feel at home, because I was never meant to leave, because I am still her baby.